Mist blankets Nethercombe village, cloaking the ancient stones in a veil of eerie silence. Cobblestone streets glisten with a damp sheen, reflecting the village's somber mood. Villagers move through the mist-laden streets, their faces etched with stoicism and apprehension. Each step echoes with the weight of unspoken fears, their hurried pace betraying a deep unease. The village holds its breath, bracing against an unseen dread that permeates the very air. Nethercombe is a place where shadows dance and secrets linger, where every corner whispers tales of unease. Against the somber sky, St. Agnes's Rectory reveals its age, a silhouette of Georgian decay. Ivy crawls up the stone walls, a silent testament to years of neglect. The parsonage whispers secrets from its weathered facade. Each stone tells a story of forgotten times and hidden truths. The rectory emanates an aura of secrets, its silence heavy with untold tales. Under the dim glow of an oil lamp, Reverend Thomas Hale dwells among towering stacks of ancient tomes. The flickering light dances across the scholarly face of the 50-year-old Reverend. In the hushed stillness of St. Agnes's Rectory, the ancient tomes stand as silent witnesses to Hale's vigil. The dim light casts long shadows, enhancing the room's aura of profound solitude and reflection. Within the sanctum of his study, Hale's contemplative presence fills the room with quiet intensity. The evening deepens, enveloping St. Agnes's Rectory in a blanket of shadows and secrets. In the kitchen of St. Agnes's Rectory, Mrs. Lydia Croft's stern presence dominates the space as she stands tending to the hearth. The fire crackles with fierce energy, casting a mesmerizing dance of shadows that flicker and leap across the walls. A close-up on Mrs. Croft reveals a face etched with years of unwavering resolve. The hearth's warm glow casts Mrs. Croft in a dramatic light. The shadows dance with a life of their own, reflecting the secrets hidden within the rectory's walls. In the heart of the rectory, Mrs. Croft remains vigilant, a guardian of hearth and home. A relentless wind sweeps through the village, setting a haunting tone for All Souls' Eve. The bare trees surrounding St. Agnes's Rectory seem to claw at the windows as if seeking entry. The rectory stands stark against the night, its windows dark and foreboding. The wind howls louder, creating an eerie symphony that echoes through the empty streets. The village holds its breath, bracing against the unseen forces that stir on this night of remembrance. In the dim kitchen of St. Agnes's Rectory, Mrs. Croft ignites a match, its brief light revealing her focused expression. The flame dances as she touches it to the kindling, coaxing the fire to life. Embers glow, casting shadows that flicker and twist across the kitchen walls. She pauses, head cocked, listening intently for a sound almost lost to the crackling fire. The wind howls, a symphony of nature's raw power. Faintly, distant bells toll, their echoes barely reaching through the storm. The faint sound struggles to cut through the wind's dominance. The bell's mournful sound adds to the scene. The tolling fades, swallowed once more by the wind. In the dim study of St. Agnes's Rectory, Reverend Hale sits immersed in ancient lore, a massive tome his only companion. The heavy leather-bound book reveals pages teeming with arcane symbols, whispering forgotten secrets. His brow furrows with intense concentration, the weight of knowledge pressing heavily. A persistent, rhythmic chiming sound pierces the silence, shattering his focus. The unsettling sound echoes, a stark disruption in the solemn space. In the soft glow of memory, a younger Reverend Hale stands beside his wife, Elizabeth, in the rectory garden. Their laughter echoes through the sunlit garden, a moment of pure joy captured in time. Elizabeth's radiant smile mirrors her husband's joy, her locket catching the light as she moves. The garden blooms around them, a vibrant backdrop to their shared happiness. A gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, carrying their laughter into the tranquil night. Their figures are silhouetted against the setting sun, their love a beacon in the gathering dusk. In the dimly lit study of St. Agnes's Rectory, Reverend Hale's gaze drifts toward the hallway, a sense of unease growing. A discordant chime shatters the silence, each note an unsettling echo in the night. The clock's melody twists into a bizarre, unrecognizable pattern, heightening the suspense. Reverend Hale's face tightens with concern as the unsettling chimes continue, disrupting the calm. The dissonant notes linger, each chime amplifying the growing sense of dread within the rectory. The clock falls silent, leaving a void filled with unspoken fear and anticipation. Professor Edmund Vale, drenched and shivering, arrives at St. Agnes's Rectory. Despite his discomfort, Professor Vale surveys the entrance hall with intense curiosity. The keen antiquarian's eyes miss nothing as he takes in every detail of his surroundings. His soaked clothes, a stark contrast to his vibrant interest, Professor Vale remains undeterred. In the dimly lit entrance hall of St. Agnes's Rectory, Vale's eyes reflect youthful anticipation. Dust motes dance in the air, illuminated by a single, flickering light bulb casting long shadows. Hale stands beside Vale, a deep frown marking his face as Vale exclaims, "This is incredible. I can't wait to explore the history of this place." Hale responds with caution, "I'm not sure that's such a good idea, but I can offer you a room for the night." In the dimly lit guest room of St. Agnes's Rectory, shadows stretch long as Vale begins his work. He meticulously unpacks his belongings, each tool a key to unlocking the secrets of the past. The aged furniture seems to absorb the light, deepening the room's mysterious atmosphere. Each item laid out is a piece of a puzzle, waiting to be assembled in the quest for historical truth. Vale's preparations transform the room into a temporary workshop, a sanctuary for investigation. Vale stands in the entrance hall, shrouded in shadows, as dust dances in the faint light. Mrs. Croft nervously wrings her hands, her gaze never meeting Vale's. Vale's voice cuts through the silence. "Mrs. Croft, I've heard some unsettling rumors about this place. About lingering presences." Mrs. Croft mutters, her voice barely audible. "Lingering presences, yes, well." The stained glass window casts eerie shadows on the floor, as if confirming the unsettling rumors. The bell tower looms against the night sky, a sentinel of forgotten storms. Its imposing silhouette hints at decades of silent vigil. A relic of a bygone era, it remains untouched by time. Darkness clings to the tower's ancient stones, concealing secrets of the past. Haunted by echoes, the desolate tower stands as a testament to nature's raw power. In the dim light of St. Agnes's Rectory, Vale begins his climb up the old, dusty stairwell. The air grows heavy with the scent of time as Vale ascends toward the bell tower, each step echoing through the silent rectory. Dust motes dance in the lantern's glow, illuminating the path as Vale continues his solitary ascent. The bell tower awaits, promising answers as Vale nears the top of the winding stairs. The heavy wooden door to the bell tower creaks open, inviting a glimpse into the long, untouched space within. Inside, thick ropes dangle from the bell mechanism, swaying with an eerie stillness. The air is thick with the scent of dust and decay, as cobwebs cling to every surface, untouched for years. The bell tower stands silent and still, a haunting reminder of forgotten echoes and lingering secrets. Vale enters the bell tower, where dust dances in the weak moonlight. A faded prayer book rests open on a small table, as if awaiting its reader. Vale approaches cautiously, drawn to the silent invitation of the aged book. The book is open to a Requiem hymn, its verses a ghostly echo in the stillness. Vale reaches out, his fingers hovering above the brittle pages, a sense of foreboding. His fingers brush against the aged pages. They are strangely warm to the touch, a chilling anomaly. Midnight arrives, marking a moment suspended between darkness and the unknown. The first peal of the bell pierces the silence. Each strike echoes, counting out a sequence of dread. The ominous 13th chime reverberates, signaling the arrival of something sinister. Silence descends once more, heavier than before, leaving a sense of foreboding. In the dim stairwell of St. Agnes's Rectory, Vale, visibly shaken, begins his descent. His grip tightens on a locket, an emblem of secrets he now carries. Each step echoes in the stillness, amplifying his inner turmoil. The weight of the locket seems to burden his every move, a stark reminder of the night's dark revelations. In the dimly lit entrance hall, Vale extends the locket towards Reverend Hale. Reverend Hale stares, his face losing all color as recognition dawns. He recognizes it. A voice whispers, heavy with unspoken history. The locket gleams, a spectral reminder of a love long past. It belonged to his late wife. The voice continues, filling the hall with sorrow. The silence hangs heavy, broken only by the ghost of a memory. In the dim light of the rectory study, Hale sits cloaked in shadows, his face a canvas of sorrow. The air hangs heavy with the weight of years, as Hale's eyes reflect a deep, inconsolable sadness. In a voice barely audible, Hale begins to recount the tragic death of Elizabeth. Elizabeth died in a tragic accident years ago, Hale whispers, his voice trembling with grief. His hands tremble, betraying the depth of his pain as he relives the haunting memories. I have never recovered from the loss, Hale admits, the weight of his sorrow palpable in the quiet room. In the guest room of St. Agnes's Rectory, the night deepens as Vale settles at an antique desk, the dim lamplight casting long shadows across scattered documents. Vale's fingers trace the lines of a faded family tree, each branch whispering secrets of generations past. The glow of her laptop illuminates her face as she compares the ancient parchment to modern records, seeking truth in the echoes of history. A furrowed brow betrays Vale's growing unease as inconsistencies emerge, the official story fraying at the edges. Vale leans in closer, the weight of unanswered questions heavy on her face as she delves deeper into the mysteries of the Hale family. The truth remains elusive, hidden within the shadows of the rectory and the tangled branches of a family's legacy. Vale enters Nethercombe village, his gaze sweeping over the ancient structures. He approaches a group of villagers, his voice gentle as he begins to question them. The villagers exchange uneasy glances, their eyes darting towards the distant rectory. Their voices drop to hushed whispers, fear and superstition hanging heavy in the air. Whispers of a curse echo through the village, a hidden sin casting a long shadow. Sunlight bathes the cozy kitchen as Mrs. Croft hums, a peaceful morning ritual underway. A flicker of concern crosses her face as she pauses, her brow furrowing slightly. Her humming ceases as she wonders aloud, "Where is Vale? He's usually down by now." The sunlight streams in, illuminating the stove where Mrs. Croft prepares breakfast. Her gaze sweeps across the room, searching for any sign of Vale. The kitchen awaits Vale's arrival, the aroma of breakfast filling the air. In the serene morning light, an ornate locket lies undisturbed on the altar, bathed in a kaleidoscope of colors from the stained glass windows. The air is thick with the scent of old wood and incense, creating an atmosphere of ancient sanctity. A subtle shift in the air as Mrs. Croft speaks, her voice echoing softly in the hallowed space. "I swear, I heard whispers. Forgiven." Her words hang in the air, mingling with the scent of incense, as if the church itself is whispering absolution. Within the hallowed study of St. Agnes's Rectory, Reverend Hale stands pensively amidst towering shelves of theological texts. Sunlight streams through the stained glass windows, casting a kaleidoscope of colors upon the aged wooden floor. In his grasp, Reverend Hale clutches a crumpled note, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. The note, penned by Vale, hints at a dark secret, shrouded in mystery and connected to the tragic death of Elizabeth.